It's a treasure hunt like no other for many Minnesotans, and it can only take place in the spring. And as long as it grows, it goes. KIMT News 3's Sananda McCall takes us to a search for morel mushrooms.
It's probably the most popular, well sought after mushroom out there.
Which makes these morel mushrooms a Minnesota delicacy. Calvin Stern is the co-owner of Fiddlehead Knob in Leroy, a 10-acre farm that specializes in growing a variety of mushrooms. He's also an active morel mushroom hunter.
You find your spot, and it's your honey hole, and you want to keep that for yourself because there's so many people that go out mushroom hunting.
A morel hunt is like Minnesota's hidden sport. But what makes these fun guys so unique?
There's a lot of mystery involved with them. You can't cultivate them. So I think there's that element to people. They're so fleeting.
You heard that right. The mushrooms can only be spotted in southern Minnesota from late April to May, depending on rainfall and temperatures, and are generally found in the woods near dead trees and south-facing slopes.
The other day I was in my yard and I found them growing out of a black walnut stump that we ground out about 5 years ago.
But there is a catch to spotting the rare species. There's a lookalike known as the false morels that are poisonous. Stern, a certified forager, says to never eat a wild mushroom without consulting an expert. There's also some housekeeping to have in mind. When hunting, use an onion bag to collect to avoid spreading spores. Be sure to pinch or cut the stem just above the soil to leave the base of the mushroom in the soil. And remember, it's a treat to woodland animals, too.
I want to get back to the taste.
Yeah.
If you could describe this particular mushroom, what would I be tasting right now?
I mean, they're kind of like a nutty flavor to them. The texture is amazing, and there's no other mushroom that comes close to that taste or that texture.
In fact, Stern and his wife, Rachel Davis, who also owns the farm, say they will be turning their finds into a butter to preserve that morel taste through the off-season.
Now, this year's market price for just a pound of morel mushrooms is $80, and that's due to the hours it takes to find just one. In Leroy, Sananda McCall, KIMT News 3.
So many people simply forage, so they just eat the mushrooms. For some morel flavor, you can do a simple saute with butter, toss it in with a creamy pasta or soup, make a morel Swiss burger, or as you can see here in this picture, you can get a little fancy and make crab stuffed morel mushrooms. This recipe is on foragerchef.com. Looks really good.